All right, so we're gonna hop right into it, and what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna show you some clips from a recent solos match, a recent zero build match. And what I've done is I've gotten some clips from some of the fights that I thought were really exciting. And the main goal is so that I can take you kind of inside my brain, and hopefully you can pull something of value from it. So we're gonna hop straight into it. And in this first fight that I'm going to show you, this was at Rumble Ruins, and I had just finished up looting just a little bit, and what I was doing in this moment, I was actually looking for the mythic MK, and so I kind of went out to the spot where I felt like this player was going to be, and I'm going to roll the clip a little bit. So I'm looking for him, and I don't see him, but then boom, all of a sudden I kind of see what you're seeing on your screen as well. I see these footsteps, right? So when I see these footsteps, my first initial feeling inside is I'm wide out in the open. I don't know if this guy has an angle on me. I don't fully know where he is quite yet, but I feel super vulnerable, and I feel like I'm at a disadvantage. And that's kind of the big thing that I would encourage people to kind of build, is recognizing the kind of internal feeling when you feel like you're at an advantage and when you feel like you're at a disadvantage. And so when I feel like I'm at a disadvantage, whether the player in front of me is Booga or whether he's a straight bot, I still kind of want to play it in a way that I feel like I'm at the advantage. I'm not trying to just rely on my ego alone, okay? So we're going to play the clip right here. Let's get into it.
Oh, there we go.
So the first thing I do when I see those footsteps, I notice this natural cover to my left, and I'm going to hurry up and slide and get out of the way to make sure that I feel like now we're at a balance. I have a right shoulder look at this guy, so I know that this player can barely see me, but I have a pretty good visual on him. So the first thing that I'm thinking right here is this guy right here. This guy probably has the mythic MK that I'm looking for, so he probably feels pretty confident. So I need to let him know that I'm gonna fight back as well. So right here, I'm going to try to put some tags on him. And again, I'm not necessarily trying to kill this guy right now, even though I would have loved to do as much damage as possible. The main goal right here is to bring his confidence level down by letting him know that I'm not going to go down without a fight. And so this is more of a psychological move when you know you're at a disadvantage. Instead of sitting still and not doing anything, I'm communicating to this player I'm going to put up a fight. So what it does psychologically is it's going to kind of balance him out to feel a little bit more respectful of me in the fight. So I tag him for like 20 damage right here, right? And at this point, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to observe and just be patient with this player and see what he's going to do. But as you can see, I'll rewind it just a little bit. In this moment when he gets behind the rock, I didn't realize it, but this dude has a repeater rifle, right? So he jumps up, he takes a shot, and I know that with the repeater rifle, with how much cover that I have, the next shot he's going to start hitting bullets, right? And so I kind of have a decision to make in this moment. I have two shockwaves. I could get away and reposition, and the repeater rifle kind of startled me a little bit, so the decision that I made was to start pushing him after this. And the only reason I decided to push him was because earlier I had gotten soaring sprints, and I felt pretty confident that this player wouldn't expect that this early in the game. And so I'm going to lean on the element of surprise right here, and I'm going to try to make sure that I'm at a disadvantage and use what I have with my perks to my advantage. So after that, he shoots another repeater shot, and I know that I just got to start fighting this guy. So I'm going to slide and boom. I'm going to go into my soaring sprints. I know that this guy is just not expecting this. And boom. I'm kind of just letting my shotgun. I mean, I know that this guy's going to be like right here in my sight. He's on very limited cover as well. But I want to just land a shot on this guy that puts me at the advantage. And bam, 100 right there. So now this player is scrambling. So he puts a quick repeater shot on me right here. And he's trying to get control of the fight again. And right here, I see him giving me a little bit of, he's coming off his right-hand peak, which in this moment, I maybe should have gone right, but for some reason I went left. Luckily, I hit a heck of a shot on this player when he's going behind it. So I know right here that I've done about 150, 160 damage on this player, and he's done just about nothing on me. So I have a massive advantage at this point, and I need to finish this guy off. Now, this is something that I think is really helpful. If you are fighting a player and you know that this player is talented, like you can just feel it in their gameplay. If you have an opportunity to kill a player like this, you need to do it, because players like this are going to be like a menace when it comes to mid-game or end-game, right? So I know that I'm a good player, but I don't want to fight this guy again, to be honest, because I could just tell by his movement that he knows what he's doing, right? So I'm carrying a healthy respect for the game, for the player, but I also understand that I have a moment in this game right now where I've beat the heck out of this guy and I have the advantage. So I know that right here. I know that he feels the pressure, and I'm going to go for a finish right here. I missed my shot, right? So he shocks out, and I know that he's about to run at this point, and I cannot let this dude get away, right? So I'm going to go push him.
He has no idea I'm about to be
again,
on
I close all that distance that he just tried to create, which means that he's not going to get a chance to heal. So the pressure right here is making sure that I keep the advantage, right? I don't want him to heal. I don't want him to feel safe. I want to be on this player's head. So he's up in the sky. I managed to keep the pressure right there and tag him in the air. As you can see, PS5 graphics right here really kind of threw me off. So now I've lost him. And the confidence that I felt that was way up here, now it's kind of like, where'd this freaking guy go, right? And so I'm trying to assess the situation. I'm looking around. I don't see this guy at all. And then boom, he puts a shot down from the sky on me, tags me, not for a lot. But when I know that he's above me, I know that he probably hit a mushroom. So I'm thinking to myself, I need to be up in the air now because I want to feel at an advantage again. So once I see the mushroom, I'm up in the air, and this is just trying to buy me a little bit of time because I'm trying to, again, be able to track this guy and be able to keep him in my sights because I have to know where this player is. So I'm looking, boom. Finally, I see him. I'm starting to put some bullets down. I have a gray Havoc AR, so not good with hipfire right there. He jumps up on a mushroom, and what I did right here is I wanted to take advantage of the fact that this guy was flying through the air, but I also wanted to make sure that I can be close enough to him because obviously the mushroom's going to launch you up. So what I did was I intentionally leveraged the perk of soaring sprints, sprint and jumped up in the air so I could activate the soaring sprints, knowing that he would be in the air kind of stuck, but knowing that I would jump high enough with the soaring sprints that I could connect a decent shotgun shot. So let's play it right here. And again, that's important because if I didn't use the soaring sprints right there and I just jumped, I might not even have the distance to hit this shot. right? So boom.
Oh my gosh.
Was able to get close enough. There was nothing that this player could do because he was flying through the sky with a mushroom. And so that was GG's to that player. So let's see right here. All right, this next clip right here, I'm obviously coming off that fight. I have the mythic MK. I was right about my gut and that guy having it. And so I have a mythic MK, I have a purple pump, and I have max health. So I'm feeling more confident. And I see this player right here. He just got done healing. So maybe not the smartest right here, but I'm going to take a 50-50 with him. Just because I know that my loot is most likely better than this guy's. It's still really early in the game. As he's pushing me, I just want to do a little bit of damage while there's some distance. Because I know that I don't necessarily... there's not a lot of cover between me and him, so I have to start trying to do some damage. So right here, again, I'm going to lean on the element of surprise. I'm assuming not many people have soaring sprints right off rip. So I'm going to jump. And now I hit him for 77. And I didn't know this, but I'm pretty sure that this guy has a drum shotgun. What does he hit me with right here? I think he fries me with an SMG actually, but I'm just going to let the clip play and tell you my thoughts. So I'm only able to do 70 damage right there. I actually would have liked to do more. So I felt like I had to push at that point because I didn't want to take an SMG fight with him because I didn't have one. So I jump up, I tag him for 77, and he melts me right here. So at this point, after he melts me, I'm honestly a little bit nervous and I felt like I sold the bag, but because I'm coming off the soaring sprints, I know that I have enough momentum to slide back just a little bit and get one last shot off. So I land right in front of this guy. I do not want to be this close to him. So boom, I slide just a little bit. Because I jumped over his head, he's still trying to find me, right? So he's not even fully looking at me yet. And so boom, he's now turning around. He still doesn't have a shot on me. Quick just pump him.
Oh my gosh.
And I survived.
I was dead right there too.
But the big things right there, and here I'm going to go over one last little part of this. Let's see.
What a fight, dude. Holy.
So when I go for the jump right here, as much as I'm trying to just hit a clean shot down, I'm trying to get behind this player at the same time, right? So I want to break his camera. So boom, he wasn't even looking at me right there. When I'm over his head, when I'm over his head. So boom, does a lot of damage, but he's not looking at me. I'm looking at him. So that's honestly a serious advantage right there. Now, very truthfully, if this guy was on mouse and keyboard, he could have flicked and sent me back to the lobby. Thankfully, I came out on top.
I thought I was dead right there too.
And that was GG's to that player. Okay, so we're going into endgame right here. And
my bunk's out
we
right
got
here.
3 players left.
No way did I
just
like
rotated
that,
and I pulled
That's
zone.
crazy.
Now, right here, a lot of players will feel the need, because it's end zone, it's a small circle, they'll feel a need to throw down one of these bunkers, right? And I want to give you something that I think could be helpful, and it's knowing that you can be a little bit more patient than maybe what it feels like. I know that you've just played a long game and it's been stressful and you want to win it and you're so close, but hear me out just really quick. If you threw your bunker down the second every time you get into a new zone at endgame, everybody who's not in zone, first off, is going to know exactly where you're at. You're probably going to be the first target. And there's also a chance that you've just burned really valuable, precious inventory that you might need the next zone. So here's kind of my thought process on it all, right? So I have my bunker in my hand. I even thought about throwing it.
So right here I have 2 bunkers.
I chose to be patient in this moment And I chose
But
to
most likely
just
there will
understand
be one more
there's
zone
no
after
snipers in the
this.
game right now. I'm not going to
So,
get headshot
because I have 2
sniped.
slurps,
The worst that's going to happen is somebody like just melts me
I'm gonna
with
refrain
an
from
MK.
throwing down the bunker because if I
But
throw
even
it
then,
down right now,
I would have enough time
I'm
to
gonna
throw
have a
down the
max
bunker.
pull.
And so that's
It will have all been
really
for nothing if I actually
the
didn't
most
get to
important
use it.
thing is understanding that even
I'm just
if
gonna
you
stay
did
moving.
get shot because you didn't throw your bunker down, you will have enough time to throw it down.
And I can always get it
Most
down
likely in solos.
if
I'm like, I don't think that you're gonna get
get
full,
jumped on.
fried and not be able to
But on
throw
that
your
first
bunker
repeater
down.
rifle shot,
And
it might be tempting. Like,
if you
oh,
do,
crap, let me cover myself. But
you should figure out
most
how to
likely you're
rotate
good. There's
your
no snipers in the
inventory
game.
faster. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so right here, I'm just waiting, and I am wanting to take a peek because I think I hear something over on this left side. Now, obviously, I am up in the air, and I'm vulnerable as heck. So this guy starts shooting me, and he doesn't have to do a lot of damage, but I'm gonna get my bunker
now?
down, right?
Now we can play it.
Because I know that this player is wanting to fight, and now I can see that this guy is keying me. So what I'm gonna lean on right here is the element of surprise, right? So he's clearly pushing up, and what I want to do is I'm gonna leverage again my soaring sprints, and I know that I have a mythic drum shotgun, so if I can just jump up and just start pummeling this guy, it would probably work in my favor. So boom. Okay, so I'm up, and I just found out right there in that moment he has soaring sprints as well. So we're most likely about to trade. So I get the first shot off, second shot off, 121, boom. Okay, so he had a pump or something, but I hit him for 121. He hit me pretty hard too. So very truthfully, we're actually pretty even right here. And he's on the other side of this bunker. And at first, what I wanted to do was just kind of get an idea of where he was at. So I'm going to open the door, but I see this guy healing right out in the open, and I just know that it's wraps for him. So he was probably really frazzled. And I mean, I hit him for 43 damage and he died. So he probably was feeling a lot of pressure, and just spazzed and healed. And very truthfully, he actually had me a little bit,
All right.
nervous as well.
1v1 situation.
But he sold the bag by being right at that door right there.
The back
So
of the zone now.
there's
That way
probably
I
a
know
lot
nobody's
of
coming behind me.
things that he could have done differently right there. And oh, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna talk about something right there really quick. Now look, when you're forced into a bunker fight, look at this right here. So I open the door. This door is wide open. Wide open. So if I'm him, I'm never going to leave that door open, right? He came around the corner, and either he opened the door or the door was open. But either way, this guy is drinking his slurp juice with a door wide open. And I mean, just a quick bunker tip on this all. If you're in an intense situation and you walk into a bunker, or whatever it is that you have to open the door of a bunker, you should immediately be turning around to close it. Like, do not make the mistake of not closing the bunker door, and do not make the mistake as a teammate and not close the door for someone else, because you in a real intense situation, like, you're done for. Like, somebody's going to take advantage of that simple mistake of not realizing to close the door, and you are going to get knocked, you're going to get killed, whatever it looks like. But your awareness, as much as there's intensity in these end games, you need to be able to stay aware of your vulnerabilities. So look at this. This guy's vulnerability right here is an open door, and I put one bullet on him and he's dead. So literally the mistake that he made was not closing that door. We probably could have gotten in a whole other fight if that guy would have just been aware enough to close the door. So he would have had a chance to fight me max HP again, and I hadn't even popped a slurp yet, right? So hopefully that helps somebody out. And yeah, this last little clip, let's see, this guy just honestly, I'm rotating right here. I want to get ahead, and I'm putting myself on the backside of zone in case anybody's here, so I can feel comfortable that nobody's on my back. This guy, honestly, he sells the bag by giving his position away. So I just look back and
fry him
for the win.
Let's go.
So that was GG's. And yeah, but guys, listen, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it's helpful. I'm going to be breaking down more gameplay in the future. But yeah, we'll be calling it the MF breakdown, breaking it down with Buddy, whatever it is. And obviously as time goes on, I'll get better at the editing and everything like that. But I just wanted to start putting out something to be able to add value to players who are trying to grow. I might not have the best editing in the world yet, but I do know that some of this gameplay and the thoughts will be super valuable. But until next time, yeah, GG's y'all. It's MF Buddy, and hope you have a great day.